Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator, actively alienating everyone, in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. A beautiful day. One reason I like my house is because it has good ventilation. As long as there's a nice breeze, I don't have to rely on a fan to keep me cool. I can take down my futon from the windowsill, place my cushion near the open window, and enjoy the cool breeze of the evening. According to my page-a-day calendar, it's June 1983 today. While it was still June, it seemed like summer skipped the rainy season and was already coming around the corner. This was very abnormal, apparently. Even if it was abnormal weather that only comes around once in 100 years. If it was supposed to come in June of 1983, then it wasn't so much of a big deal. It was inevitable. On the other hand, the sudden evening shower on the way home from school was more unpredictable than anything else. Every day had been in perfect harmony, as if it was all carefully planned. I felt like something good was going to happen this year. How should I put it? It's like the feeling I get when I roll a 6 in the first throw of a board game and start off with a huge lead. When it comes to a die, the more you roll it, the more the total averages out. We actually roll a die many times every day of our lives, so it's not like one stroke of luck is really a big deal to be overly happy with. If I roll a 6 in my first throw and a 1 on the next throw, the total is 7. If you believe in fate, you might say there's a higher possibility of a 1 to come up on the die, but you can never actually tell what number you will roll. That's what fate is all about. You might roll a 6 again. The chance of rolling a 6 twice in a row is 1 out of 36, but if you look at each throw, one by one, there's only a 1/6 chance of that miracle. The glass wind chime Satoko put up yesterday was making a refreshing sound. I awoke from my dream, still feeling excited. I must have had a very happy dream. I already forgot what it was about. It felt as if there was a switch that automatically made me forget my dreams. When I opened my eyes, all I could remember is that it was a happy dream. I looked at the ceiling and enjoyed the happy feeling for a while. It was Sunday today. Outside the window I could hear a morning bird song that sounded totally different from what I heard on weekdays. The morning bird song on weekdays sounded like they're in a rush, as if they're telling me to hurry to school. But on Sunday it's different. I could tell the birds are singing simply because they want to tell everybody how a great morning it is. I even felt like the birds that sang on weekdays must be different birds from the ones that sing on Sunday. I wonder if there really are birds that only sing on Sunday. It sounds like a very luxurious job for some reason. It's a waste to listen to such a valuable bird song when you're not quite awake. As I fully awaken, my normal, crude personality takes over, and I start to feeling even stupid to even think there might be birds that sing only on Sunday. As I yawned and stretched, my blood started circulating through my entire body. It felt good. I turn over and look at the clock, which says it's past 10 a.m. I used to go to my cram school on Sunday at 10 a.m. That was before I moved to Hinamizawa. My parents made me go to several cram schools back then. I remember that the one I had to go to on the first and the third Sunday of the month was the hardest one of them all, because I had to change trains several times to get there. I was never allowed to sleep in so late back then. My mom always woke me up early so that I didn't miss my classes. That's probably why I've always dreamed of being able to wake up whenever I wanted to on a Sunday. Needless to say, I don't feel that way anymore now that I moved to Hinamizawa. After all, I can always sleep till noon on Sunday now. My life has changed completely since I moved here. Before, I used to think living in the countryside would be really convenient. To be honest, I wasn't even interested in living here. But it was only the first few days that I felt that way. Now I don't feel attached to life in the city or its conveniences. When I think about what part of my life in Hinamizawa I'm the most attached to, I'd have to say it's probably my friends. I guess the reason why I'm being so sentimental is probably because I had so much fun yesterday in the water gun fight with all of my classmates. Despite my age, I got so into it and had so much fun. I bet the kids in the city wouldn't be able to play like that. No, I should say they wouldn't even want to in the first place. They wouldn't even realize how exciting a simple water gun fight could be. I went downstairs and saw my parents watching a serious TV program, arguing about the topic together. First of all, telephone services charges in Japan are way too expensive. It's because the state has monopoly. But private companies are profit-oriented organizations, and they're not exactly charitable. I wonder if they can maintain uniform service nationwide. The experts on TV were arguing about the same thing. It seems like there's a possibility the telephone services will get privatized. I'm too young to understand how privatization could make things better, but I can easily assume that people will start talking about privatizing the postal services in the near future too. My parents were arguing about the topic fiercely, but they got along very well. Let's put it this way. They got along well, and that's why they argue. I don't remember seeing them get along this well when we were living in the city. This is probably one of the things that got better since we moved to Hinamizawa. A cold relationship between parents doesn't bring any benefits to their kids. Oh, Keiichi, you're up early today. Do you want to eat breakfast? No thanks. I'm going out today, so I don't need anything. Are you going out with your friends? Is it one of those club activities that you always talk about? No, it's not a club activity today. It's the punishment for the game we played yesterday. Someone rang the doorbell. I looked at the clock and noticed it's time to meet Rena. I guess I spent too much time enjoying waking up late. I ran upstairs to get a change of clothes. I quickly changed and ran to the front door. Rena was chatting with my parents. I always feel uncomfortable when my parents talk to my friends. I'm afraid they'll say something embarrassing about me. If they told Rena that I wet my bed till I was X years old or something, she wouldn't wait until Monday to tell everybody in school. or maybe even everybody in Hinamizawa. Hinamizawa. Hey, Rena? Good morning. I'm sorry for making you wait. Keiichi-kun! Hahaha. Rena and my parents looked at me and laughed. I said good morning, and they laughed. I guess I was too late. My parents must have already told Rena some embarrassing secrets about me. I don't want my parents to tell her anything else, so I put on my shoes in a rush and pushed Rena out of my house. My parents waved at us, smiling. Have a nice day. Rena-chan, please take care of Keiichi. How? Don't worry. I'll take good care of Keiichi-kun. I have no idea why you'd have to do that. I don't need you to take care of me. I dragged Rena along, away from the house, and we were on our way. We rode our bicycles to the town of Okonomiya. It's a long way away. It's an easy ride to the town because it's mostly downhill. But needless to say, it's a hard ride on the way back. I felt like Rena was giggling whenever she looked at me. I badly wanted to know what kind of embarrassing information my parents had fed her before I came downstairs. I tried to give her a new subject to talk about in order to get whatever she heard from my parents out of her mind. How come you're so close to my folks? Well, we are very close because we talk a lot. When do you talk to my parents? I've never seen you having a conversation. I see your mother a lot at the grocery store. She's there a lot on special bargain and extra point days. Oh yeah, my mom keeps a close eye on those. She sticks notes like that on the refrigerator. They're always about when and where she can get things cheaper. Whenever I see her at the store, we talk about what we're making for dinner that night, and we do the shopping together. A few days ago, she told me that the curry sauce was on sale, and that she was going to have curry and rice for dinner that night, so I did the same. I remember we had curry and rice the day before yesterday. So you had curry and rice that day too? Yeah. You had pork curry, didn't you? Pork was on sale that day, so your mom and I both bought some. So when I was eating my curry at home, I knew you were having the same dinner. How? So she knows what I'm eating for dinner almost every day. It didn't bother me, but I did kind of feel embarrassed. I usually see your father with your mother at the grocery store. Your parents get along very well, huh? Yeah, they like to go grocery shopping together. I think they're a good couple for their age. I think it's very important their parents get along well. It's cute that they still go grocery shopping together. That's enough about my parents. What about yours, Rena? Do they get along well? Yes, they do. They're always hugging and kissing. So how? I feel like there's no room for me in the house. Her parents are a lovey-dovey couple, huh? Yes, it's certainly not like Rena's lying about this or anything. I've never met Rena's mother, but I imagine she's just like Rena. I could easily imagine her mother going crazy about the spot her husband missed when shaving, because it looks so cute to her, like sesame seeds and white rice. She must love to touch her husband's chubby stomach, because it feels so soft. It was funny how easily I could imagine her mother doing those things. Ah. What's so funny? I'm curious about your mother now. I'm going to your house next time and meet your mother. What? No. You talk to my mother? It's only fair that I talk to yours too, isn't it? How, but my mom isn't as interesting a person as you think. She's normal and boring. I can even picture how she looks. I know it. She looks just like you, doesn't she? What? What? No, she doesn't. She doesn't look like me at all. Then why are you acting so weird? Your reaction tells me everything. Anyway, I'm really interested in your mother now. I'm going to see her sometime. Be prepared. How? No way. If you really do come to my house, I'll be so mad at you. Your daughter has been a great friend to me. No, wait, it'll be more fun if I say something like, I've been seeing your daughter and I'm serious about her. Ha 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 ha. How? If you come to my house, I'll tell Mii-chan and the others the stories for when you were little. What? What kind of stories are you talking about exactly? Well, the one I heard from your mother is about when you were 4 years old, and the other one was about the slide when you were 6 years old, and another one about when you were... You got me, Rena-san. I'll never get within 100-meter radius of your house as long as you live. Thank you. Damn it, Mom. I'll remember this. We arrived at the station. The place we were going today is right near there. It's a restaurant called Angel Mort. We were meeting up with the others there. I was surprised when I saw the restaurant. It's usually a normal, quiet restaurant, but today there were many people in front of it. They didn't look like they were waiting in line to get inside. They looked like more they were just loitering around. They should just line up and go inside, like normal people. Wow, what's going on? There are so many people here. The restaurant has a big event today. I heard that many people are coming from far away. There's a flag saying Dessert Fest in front of the restaurant. I heard that Angel Mort holds events like this several times a year. And a lot of people come to attend from all over. Today, only people who have a ticket can get into the restaurant, and one ticket allows up to 4 people to get in. I see, so these people are waiting for friends who have a ticket. Not exactly. Some people have tickets but don't have 4 people to go in with. So you're saying that these people are just here to find someone who'd like to share their empty seats? At that time, the crowd of people roared in excitement. What was going on? This guy has a ticket? He's trying to get inside alone when he can bring 3 more with him. How rude. Please let me join you. If you let me join you, I'll honor you for a rare Angel Mort trading card. I'd come with front field newest Tsumihoroboshi issue limited edition book, but I'll give you a beta version of higurashi with the mode that lets you change everyone's outfits. Make a deal with me for a modded version of G's figure. I'll give you 10,000 yen real money. You full RMT is prohibited. Report. Account banned. I have no idea what they're talking about. The fans of this restaurant are a little scary, huh? Anyway, what about your ticket? There are 5 of us. How are we all going to get in? Shh. You know Mii-chan's family owns the restaurant, so... You know. Mian is so cool sometimes. Rena makes a fist and gets all fired up. Well, let's go. We're going to dash through the crowd without stopping. That seems like the best course of action, actually. Okay. We nodded at each other. Since we were a group of 2 at the present, it looked like we had 2 more seats to share. These people might try mobbing us in order to share. We crouched down, getting ready to run. The crowd of people seemed to notice us. Look at them! They're going to force their way through. And he's trying to fill a booth alone with his girlfriend. How reprehensible. We're going to sit with them and crush their lovey-dovey mood. Fight back to the last round. Show them the iron will of the Germans. Damn. They were going to tackle us. They'd do whatever it took to stop us from getting inside the restaurant. Today is the day Mii-chan and the others suffer their punishment game. If we can't get inside, our victory yesterday will have been in vain. I can't let that happen. We exhausted ourselves to obtain that victory. To watch our friends undergo the punishment is our right and our duty as well. But no matter how cool we sound, what we're really after is one thing. How... I can't wait to see how Satoko-chan and Rika-chan look. I'm taking them home with me. Hey you, young couple. Share your empty seats with us. All nice and quiet like ha. We won't let you go through. I won't allow you to use your ticket for yourselves. You have to share the empty seats with us. They reached their hands towards us like zombies. They gradually got closer and closer. We were actually taking it easy though. In fact, I'd say the situation was rather enjoyable. It's like we're still in the middle of the game we played yesterday. Yeah, it's getting fun. Let's kick their asses. Yep, roger that. It's a lot easier to fight against them than against Michan Satoko-chan, you know? You know? Indeed. I'd say with even 20 to 30 of them, it's still easier fighting against the other club members. They don't have enough people to stop us. Haha. Great, let's do this. Yeah. Our enemies number about 20 to 30. If they wanted to stop us, they should have gotten 10 times more people than that. Or yeah. Welcome to Angel Mort. Today we're holding a special event. Do you have a ticket? We don't have a ticket, but we were told to give our names. We're Rena Ryugu and Keiichi Mabara. Rena Mabara. Let me check on our list. Please wait for a moment. Seems like many fans of this restaurant aren't normal people. I bet they try to get in with lies or fake tickets. No wonder this waitress makes sure to check the list. Anyway, those people were just too freaky back there. There's no way that normal people could get through them without a struggle. You might be right. But nobody can stop me. How? You sure did them in. Did you use your elbows or your knees? You hit them right in the middle of their faces. You're a scary person. The way Rena swept them off their feet with the super fast, invisible jabs was incredible. It even gave me a chill just thinking about it. That's because they tried to sabotage my chance to take my girls home with me. They must look so cute today. I'm taking all of them home with me. When you're in cute mode, nobody stands a chance. Cute. I sure hope they admitted their loss after getting beaten up that badly. You did great too, Keiichi-kun. At first I thought you'd be engulfed by them, but then you became all quiet and let through your tears in their eyes. What did you do to them? Nothing, really. I just told them that I'd get into the restaurant and make sure to see everything they wanted to see. And I told them you might have to shed tears now, but I believe you can get a ticket next time. That's all I said, but they seemed to understand me. You're so good at that sort of thing. You know, making people listen to you? Yeah, you sure are our club's magician of words. Our club's magician of words? They're all calling me that now. Can't you please come up with a better name? I'll think about it. Rena laughs loudly. Thank you so much for waiting. I confirmed your names in the list. I'll take you to your table. Please, follow me. The waitress led us to our seats. The restaurant was completely packed today and made for a cheerful, but sort of crazy atmosphere. All the customers of the restaurant were very unique people, just like the ones loitering outside. There was an aura of excitement in the store, and it also smelled a bit sweaty. They were also talking excitedly, using special terms that I don't understand, again, just like the people outside. Angel Mort is all about the uniform. You taste food with your tongue, but in Angel Mort you can taste it with your eyes, too. Where's the waitress with the big heavy pair of melons? I don't see her today. Wow, you need to check the shift's roster. If you like the girl with big tits, you have to come on Tuesdays and Thursday after 5 p.m. If you like girls with small tits, you have to come on Fridays after 5 p.m. I regret coming here today, and at the same time, I was really glad that I didn't lose the game yesterday. This punishment might be a bit easier for the girls, but as a guy, if I had to undergo this punishment today, I would have been kicked and punched by these crazy customers because they would have been burning with anger. Let me explain. I didn't come here just to eat lunch with Rena today. The punishment is as follows. The losers have to wear a costume that was randomly chosen and help with the event at Angel Mort as a waitress. The winners can enjoy eating desserts, receiving service from the losers. When this punishment game was announced, I'd actually prepared myself for the punishment because I thought I'd lose the game like always. I was losing a lot recently, so I didn't think I could win. I assume Rena felt the same way. Who could imagine Ren and I would do so well as to win? You're great, Keiichi Mabra. You made me proud. Everybody started shouting, clapping their hands and whistling for joy. I don't blame them. They came here just for the event at Angel Mort. None of them expected to see the waitresses wearing different costumes like this. Meep! How? Rika-chan, I'm taking you home with me. Wait, calm down, Rena. You can't take her home yet. She has to finish her punishment first. Rika-chan appears with glasses of water and wet napkins on a tray. They drew lots to decide on the costumes. Rika-chan's costume is the uniform of Angel Mort, which we use regularly for punishments. Hello. Welcome to Angel Mort. Rika-chan put the glasses of water and the wet napkins in front of Rena and me. How you look so adorable. I'm taking you home with me. Rena raised her weird voice, and everybody in the store followed suit. I'm taking her home with me. Everybody started shouting the phrase. Before I knew it, they were surrounding our table, trying to burn the scene of Rika-chan serving customers into their minds. How? Rika-chan, you look great in that uniform. How? Meep. It's embarrassing to have everybody look at me like this. There's something different about the uniform, though. Good eyes, Mabura-san. Allow me to explain. Tomita-kun, our underclassman, pushed his way through the cloud. Oh, Tomita-kun, Okumuro-kun too. I didn't know you guys had a ticket. That's not important right now, Mabura-san. The important thing here is the uniform Furude-san is wearing today. As you already know, the uniforms of Angel Mort are designed to bring out the most of a mature woman's features. Is it a bad thing? Like, am I a bad person for, like, I saw Furude, and given the costume, I just think, like, Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, Five Nights at Furude's. I don't know. Does anyone else remember Five Nights at Freddy's? Or does no one remember that game? Five Nights at Furude's. Therefore, it's normally required to have a certain bodily proportions to wear this uniform. In that sense, this is the least compatible uniform for Furude-san, because she's still at an early stage of development. Plus, the other problem was that the restaurant couldn't find a uniform in Furude-san's size. That's why it was necessary to try various measures in order to facilitate her punishment. That is, to wear the uniform of Angel Mort. Therefore, they came up with the idea to use a school swimsuit, and it created an impossible combination A said swimsuit and the uniform Angel Mort. It's so eccentric that even God couldn't see it coming. Are we describing the outfit or me? In this costume, Furude-san now has an overwhelming attack power, far beyond her normal statistics. She also gained elemental enhancement, status impairment, a huge increase to her critical hit rate, and on top of that she's also given increased invincibility time during power-ups. Do you understand how great that is? You do, don't you? Let me put this another way, like what Ryugo-san always says, I'm taking her home with me. No, you can't. I'm the one who's taking her home. But I understand exactly how you feel. I'm taking her home with me. Would it be a misuse of AI if I used Grok? Like, since you can use Grok for free on Twitter, if I, like, make an AI image of Rika, like, chained to a radiator in the basement with Rena next to her, is that an abuse of artificial intelligence? Or what if, like I combined Steve Urkel with, like, Pyramid Head? Or what about a picture of a T-800 on a crucifix like Jesus? Held Rena's shoulders as they shouted the phrase in their excitement. The phrase that spread throughout the entire story was now out of control. Anyway, Tomita-kun Okamura-kun surprised me sometimes. For their age, they are so good at giving passionate speeches. They'll probably make it into the big in the future. We are Mi-chan and Satoko-chan. I can't wait to see them. At that time, the crowd sent up another roar. I hear Mion telling them to let her through. I don't remember what kind of costume she picked. Kei-san, what's going on? Wow, Kamede-kun. Of course you're here because this is Dessert Festa, and you're a dessert maniac. Hey, how have you been doing? Doesn't matter how I am, more importantly. What is that? What's going on here? Kamede-kun was in a state of great excitement. Thick veins were displaying on his forehead. Is this an erection joke? Are we making a joke about boners? Like suggestive? The source of the excitement appears through the crowd. There's no turning back. I guess I've got to do what I've got to do. The bell's a nice touch. We got the sailor outfit. Kind of does remind me of Rena's casual outfit. And we got the swimsuit part. Also, do you have a cattail? Huh. And I also have an erection. So, yay. Everyone's like, please stop making the Let's Play viewers uncomfortable. I'm like, yes, but I'd have to have viewers. And I'm probably not the only one. So. Just taking a moment to admire the view. Rena and Mion are both very cute. Here is your ultra rare cheesecake. Mion appeared with a cake on a tray. Oh! Now I remember what she picked for her costume. I still remember, like, when we came to Angel Mort the first time in game number 2, we met Shion working as a waitress. And just the idea of Mion wearing any... Again, this looks really nice. How... Mi-chan, you look so cute too. I can't believe I'm doing this. I was going to make Kei-chan wear it. Mabura-san, this costume is extraordinary too. Plus, because you know her in person, and because she's the leader of the club, who has never lost any games in the past, and is also a class president who's always perfect in everything, you can enjoy this 500%. Even the class president who doesn't know what losing is can't escape the punishment. Your club is so terrifying. What? Please explain what is going on here, Kay. I thought we were friends because we shared a huge parfait together. How could you not tell me about such a wonderful club? You guys remember Kay from the beginning of Game 3? That's the baseball guy. I can't believe you didn't tell me about this. If I knew about it, I wouldn't have joined the baseball team. Where's the reset button for my life? The crowd roars in excitement. What a great club. I've never heard of a club as wonderful as this in my life. How? You can't join our club. Only people who live in Hinamizawa can join. What? Then I have to move my certificate of residence to Hinamizawa at once. Stop there, Rena. The population of Hinamizawa might double by tomorrow. Anyway, this is a beautiful punishment, Kay. Costumes that make women look beautiful are like decorations on desserts. A shortcake, for example, is just a sponge cake if you take away its decoration. But if you decorate it with whipped cream, to enjoy the wonderful and mysterious harmony that layers and layers of beautiful decoration create, you can enjoy it with both your eyes and your tongue. Oh, that's why this combination of sailor-style uniform and gym shorts is wonderful. Yes, everyone, these are shorts for gym. You know, the 80s were a different time. Technically, the year in which this took place, I wasn't born yet. I wouldn't be born for several years. This is taking place in 1983, and I was born in 1987. They're both ordinary school clothes, and each is tasteful in its own right. But let's put that aside for now. A school uniform and gym clothes are in the same category, namely school clothes. But they've never been combined together. It's just like a strawberry daifuku. Nobody thought they tasted good together, but the combination actually brought an unexpected, unknown taste to this world. Kei-chan? He's calling you Kay. I didn't know you were friends with this pervert. I'm trying my best not to be friends with him. Woo! But what is it? It's probably Satoko being clumsy. A guy tumbled in and landed on his feet elegantly. It was Coach. Kay? How dare you? How dare you, Mabura-san? Coach glared at me in anger. Are you angry you weren't invited? You're like, especially since you're constantly talking about the maid outfits and stuff. He was probably pissed that he wasn't invited. He was like, I was gonna miss this. But thankfully Shion told me. He was breathing hard with a scary expression on his face. Did you run here? You own a car! What do you mean? What did I do? This is what I'm talking about. Bang, bang, bang. Bam, bam, bam. The moment of his scream, 3 different metal buckets fell on his head one after another, and a Chinese wok finished the job? Well, I was prepared for this the moment my punishment was chosen. To see Satoko in a maid costume is like a matter of life and death to you. How... I love Satoko-chan's costume. It's so cute. Kyute. Kyute. I'm taking her home with me. I won't let you do that. I'm going to take her home with me. Or my name is not Kyusuke Airi. No, 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 no. If you try to sabotage my chance to take her home with me, you get these. How, 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 how! Once Rena goes in a Kyute mode, she becomes merciless. If a rock tried to sabotage her chances to take her favorites home with her, she'd break it into pieces. If it was a river, she'd fill it up with sand. If it was the sea, she'd split it in half like Moses did, and walk through it. What? Coach got up on his feet like a zombie. I couldn't believe he could still get up after being hit by all of her super fast attacks. Ha 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 ha. That doesn't work on me. Ow. Out. Out. Ouch. 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 Nope, that doesn't work either. I'll get up no matter how many times I get beaten. As long as there's a maid in front of me. Why? Because it's a dream of mankind. Mankind. I think that's an intro from, like, Soul Calibur 2. Ow. Ooh, ouch. You know, there was a lot of paintings and art galleries in that game. Especially of Ivy and Taki. And everyone's like, who are those? They have really big boobs. Especially in Soul Calibur 2. No matter what, I'm taking her home. How... That reminds me, Stellar Blade just came out yesterday for, you know, Steam. Though I'm not getting it because, you know, one, I already have it on PS5, and two, there's no way my computer can handle that game. My computer is like one step above potato. Other than that, though, I imagine the modding scene for Stellar Blade is probably really awesome. Ivy's down the floor, his body twitching. Renda just hit him with a barrage at point-blank range. Anyway, this really is a sight to behold. I'm so glad I won the game, but at the same time I'm scared to imagine how terrible it would have been if I had lost. This is absurd. While I'd have to wear this for the punishment, I cannot take it any longer. Satoko, your costume is a lot more decent than this old man's. You think wearing a maid costume is decent? You are completely messed up. Rena, stop drooling and sit here. It's the winner's right to be served by the losers, remember? How? I don't know which one I'll be taking home with me today. How? Hey waitress, what's your recommendation today? What about this fruit parfait? The cream puffs are very good too. You can get refills of water as many times as you want for free. I mean, that's very frugal, if not thrifty. Rena's nose was bleeding because she got to keep the waitresses in cute costumes all to herself. By the way, anyone that's familiar with anime, that is a erection joke. Because usually it's a type of censorship thing. Because here's the thing. Say if there's somebody that's sees something that's a turn on, well obviously what's that usually do? Well, all the blood rushes somewhere in the body, you know, for a boner. But you can't show that because it's tasteless. So instead you show nosebleeds. A nosebleed is... In real life, if your nose is bleeding for any or no reason, you should see a doctor and something is very, very seriously wrong with you. But in anime, it's a tasteful way of letting the audience know that the person in question has a raging erection. And everyone's like, it's so uncomfortable to hear you say it that way, Lunar. Just know, I'm imagining Rena with a big dick right now. She's just a cute futa. Who's, you know, fat nuts and a big boner. Why does anyone... I would say, why does anyone listen to my videos or watch my Let's Plays? But... There's nobody listening to me right now. But in the future, if anyone ever watches this, one, thank you. I appreciate you joining me. And yeah, no, I'm not ever going to do anything to make the videos entertaining. It's just random otaku. I'm just a crazy guy, a tsundere otaku. just talking to himself in front of his computer. If you guys want to hang out with me, well, I appreciate the company. But I'm not going to stop being weird. I mean, I know some people are like, oh, Lunar, when are you going to be more professional? And no. I mean, I'll try to at least be more focused in terms of actually having playlists that are consisting of, you know, what the playlist is about, and actually me playing the games. You know, I'll try to, but in general, in terms of, and I'll try not to go on so many tangents, but in general, I'm going to be weird forever. And that's not going to change. So, I have 3,500 videos for you guys to look through. One of them's got to be okay. I mean, they're all cringe, but I mean, one of them has to be entertaining. That being said, if you enjoy the video, that's nice. That's cool. But I'm not planning to really do anything, you know, different to try to make them all exciting like a Freakazoid video. Because those videos are really awesome and hilarious and really cool and fast-paced and have a ton of editing and like plans and scripts. And this is just, and whereas me, it's just, I'm just a really cringy person. Just being weird. I'm just a random horny weeb who looks at hentai and is very awkward. Possibly has autism and ADHD. Maybe borderline personality disorder. Maybe depression. I don't know. I'm also ugly as fuck. And I've never had a six-pack in my life. Still chubby. So, I am 5'11" and 201 pounds. So, yeah, I'm a complete fucking fat ass. So, and heck, every time I look in the mirror, I get a reminder of, oh right, I'm Cthulhu. That's, I'm ugly as fuck. So that's depressing. But hey, that's, at least we're being honest here about what you guys are getting into. It's a really ugly, socially awkward anime otaku being weird on the internet and saying inappropriate things and being very uncomfortable and making everyone feel very uncomfortable. But I'm just saying, if you're here, I appreciate you're here, but why are you here? What possible reason do you have for listening to me? I should actually thank her for acting crazy like that, because it made me look calmer than I really am. I was as excited as her, and my nose would have bled too if I wasn't careful. Again, in real life, if your nose starts bleeding, even from excitement, go to the doctor. That's not normal. That's actually a very concerningly medical, like, scary type thing, to where you should see a doctor. You might actually be dying. But in anime, yeah, it's just the person's sexually turned on. Though I do think Rena, with, albeit I'm also imagining her with bigger tits, but also, you know, a penis and fat testicles. Yeah, I'm imagining Rena with bigger boobs and an erect penis. You know, if at any point, Lunar, you had anyone watching this video, they have already clicked off of this video, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on the planet who thinks Rena with a cock is attractive. But hey, that's my sexual preference. I'm pretty sure no one else is into girls with cock. Probably just me. I'm probably the only person on the planet who feels that way. I now understand what a slack-jawed smile means. I don't know how to pronounce star. Hey, Rika-chan. I mean, waitress-san. Can you feed me? Sure. Are you gonna feed her water? Guys, again, is it an abuse of AI if I were to make an AI picture of these two? Like, if I were to feed this into Grok and be like, Dear Artificial Intelligence, created by Elon Musk, can you make a picture of the person on the left waterboarding the person on the right, but the person on the right is enjoying it and having an orgasm? Just a big aha gow. And everyone's like, what is... And I'm like, you know, this would be awkward for anyone listening. But one, no one's ever going to come across this video to begin with. And two, they would have already stopped listening by this point. To be fair, that does make me feel a little sad. Because I want people to hear my messed up joke. What's the point of me saying the messed up joke if no one's going to hear it? It's like I want it to be a fucking meme. Then again, it's not like... I've at least had someone draw a fan art thing of one of the pictures I've used as an idea of, like, just an idea for me. Which I appreciated. I imagine if I actually had a consistent model of my character, there would actually probably be Rule 34 art of me. Heck, maybe there'd actually be fucking hentai of me in which I actually... I don't know. It's like in this picture we drew Lunar, but happy. He doesn't have depression now. It's like, hey, here, guys, we have fan art of Lunar. Like, whoa, was something unrealistic? Yes. The most unrealistic, impossible thing ever. Lunar, but he's happy. Lunar, but he's not a fucking fat ass. Lunar, but people are actually giving him a hug and actually care about him as a person. And he actually feels loved and cared about. And not, you know, completely alone and worthless. But hey, that's just life. No, I'm trying to make a joke and now I just feel depressed. Oh, it's like, I try to make funny commentary, and all I did was hurt my own feelings. Satoko, can you feed me too? And Mion, you massage my shoulders. Open your mouth. I hate this. You know, I can't say I would find it disagreeable. You know, if I had like Satsuko and me and Rika feeding me and Mion rubbing my shoulders, I think that'd be pretty nice. And now I'm back to thinking about Futarena. Futanara Rena Ryugu. I'm sure it exists on the internet somewhere. You know, I'd really like a hug. I went from being very lewd to just, I would like wholesome affection of just feeling actually cared about as a person. And a hug. I'd say in general, with the exception of my mother, I don't remember what a hug feels like. Then again, I don't remember what a compliment feels like either. Or basic self-esteem. I really hope that's not relatable to people out there. Otherwise, I'd be worried that other people might have depression. I mean, I don't like having depression, so I don't want to, like, wish that on other people. Open your mouth. Oh, I read that. I told you to open your mouth. Damn it. Why do I have to massage your shoulders? This old man's service is going to cost you. What, do you hate me that much? It's not like I even made anything suggestive about it. I just said rub my shoulders. Gulp. The audience gasped at the sight. I bet the Angel Mort has never had an event. I bet Angel Mort has never had an event as exciting as this one. Every table had 4 people squeezed in together, but only Retta and myself were at this table, and 3 waitresses in cute costumes were exclusively serving us. They were giving us shoulder massages and feeding us desserts too. This had never happened before at Angel Mort, and it will never will again. I see. They're waitresses. Then I'd like to have a glass of water. One of the other customers wanted to get a piece of the wonderful treatment, and patted me on the shoulder. Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not a waitress. Ask the real waitress over there for a glass of water, okay? Well, what? You're not a waitress? You can't serve me? That's right, we're not waitresses. We have no obligation to provide service to you. Satoko, me, and I are here for the winners. I'm gonna let you guys burn. Okay, guys, we're gonna have an eye workout here. Now, there's some people out there that would treat an eye workout like you're gonna look at something like gross or disgusting. But here at Lunar D8 Studios, aside from being very awkward and probably autistic, I'm very kind to the viewers that, well, kind is a subjective word. I try to be kind. You guys put up with a lot of, listening to me go on tangents and possibly be schizophrenic or something. You guys put up with a lot of listening to me talk about every kind of subject. And some personal, some not. And, well, I'm very awkward. And I also sometimes drag you guys into some really horrible horror games that are very, very scary. So, sometimes I try to make it up to you guys. So, here at Lunar D8 Studios, my idea of an eye workout is to give you guys something beautiful and sexy and wholesome and very moe to look at. Now, to be completely honest, and yes, this does make me sound like a complete degenerate, but it's fine that it makes me sound like a complete degenerate, because I am. But it makes me sound like a complete degenerate that if I could, I would actually let's play hentai games and show you guys lots of pictures of just completely naked people. Just naked women, big jiggly titties, vaginas, dicks, and tons of very sexy, revealing outfits. In fact, I could probably use a thumbnail of these characters in swimsuits and various fan arts. But I can't do that. Because I don't think YouTube would be okay with that. But just so we're all clear, if I could, one, I'll tell you this, even though I have Stellar Blade on the PS5, if I could afford to buy a second copy of Stellar Blade, I would. And two, if my computer was powerful enough to, do Stellar Blade. And even then, if YouTube would let me without just, striking the channel or something I would definitely have an all-nude mod. I would just be showcasing mods of everything of Stellar Blade. Like, okay guys, here's Eve from Stellar Blade, but completely naked. Now her tits are bigger. Now she's the Doom Slayer. Now she's 100 feet tall. Now she's 200 smaller women molded together like some sort of horror abomination. Okay, that one's not so. Now she's in Sailor Moon outfit. Now she's various anime girls. Like High School DxD. Or now she's Ichigo from Bleach. Now she's Mega Man. Now she's Astolfo. Heck, I still think it'd be cool to make higurashi mods in Shadow of War, the Italian stabbing orcs game. Heck, I still think it's a shame we don't have, a version of the Nemesis system being used for other stuff. Like, Warner Brothers had to copyright that shit. That fucking sucks. Heck, imagine if you made it a cutesy type of Shadow War, where instead of orcs, it's just a bunch of cute anime girls like this in various outfits. And instead of, murdering them and shit, instead of an execution, you're giving them, hugs or head pats. Or instead of shooting arrows, you're, throwing stuffed animals at them. And instead of a stealth kill, you're, surprising them with a manga. You're, imagine you're in the middle of fucking Mordor, and you have Rika-chan right here. And you sneak up behind Rika Furude, and you surprise her with a Dragon Ball Z manga. And then she gives you a kiss. Everyone's like, here's a question, guys. Would you play that game? Would you? And also, it's instead of Mordor, it's set in Hinamizawa, and you have all types of trees. Also, you also have cherry blossom trees too, and there might even be Perfect Cell just walking around. Heck, imagine if you had a version of Shadow War, but it's just cute anime girls. Just cute anime characters. Any anime character you guys want, any video game character. Heck, Gex has the remaster trilogy coming out. That's cool too. Again, my computer can't handle that. That's still, it was a miracle it fucking handled the Resident Evil games back when I did that, but that was years ago, and my computer has become less capable since then. What was I gonna say? Like I said, Shadow War is a good game. Alright. What if you could use modern AI? The power, the AI, how the orcs have scripts and stuff. What if you had Chat GPT and AIs actively just writing character scripts for orcs on the spot? Heck, what if you could mod in all the information of various anime characters to where you can have Rena Ryugu as a cute anime girl in place of an orc, and the most powerful AIs in the world are making compelling commentary. And again, it doesn't have to be the stabbing thing. It could be the cutesy sort of you're sneaking up on her and you're giving her a hug and head pats and head scritches or smacking her ass or giving her a stuffed animal. You're just throwing stuffed animals at people. Heck, let's put a porn magazine on the ground and Rena's looking at it as a distraction. Back to Stellar Blade, hey guys, here's the Stellar Blade Futanari mod. Or here's the Stellar Blade All Femboys mod. Okay. Just saying. I like modding communities. I think it's cool to have mods for video games. Now, don't be wrong. I think a person should play a game in its original version first. But after that, play any mod you want. But I would say you should at least play a game in its original version first. But after that, have fun with tons of mods. More replayability, more fun. More freedom of expression. Meep. It's not fair! All of a sudden, Kamada-kun screamed, starting to blame me. What do you mean it's not fair? It's not fair Kei-san can do such wonderful club activities. And I claim, it's not fair, it's not fair, it's just not fair. Hold on. We took a certain risk to earn this right. So this is fair. We don't think it's fair either. Tomita-kun and Okumura-kun are standing behind Kame-kun. First of all, you only won the game yesterday because we killed Mion-san for you. We felt sorry for you always having to suffer punishment, so we let you shoot us. No, you didn't. You didn't let me do shit. And you know what? One, it's not like you guys are being punished. And two, you're getting rewarded too. You're here, able to see them in the outfits. You should appreciate our sacrifice. Oh, really? This is getting interesting. What do you think, Kei-chan? What do you mean? What do you want me to do? Well, Kame-kun, Tomita, and Okumura. Why don't you challenge Kei-chan and Rena for the position of the winners? What? Mi-chan, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? They defeated many fighters and won a massive victory yesterday. I'm pretty sure a battle against these guys would be trivial, right? Kame-kun clapped his hands with glee. Tomita-kun and Okumura nodded in agreement. They looked fired up already. Damn it, I have to fight against them here? Now that I think about it, the game was a tie. It'll be fun to have a finale here with a few extra fighters. If you lose the game, you join in our punishment. No. Damn it, I hate it when you make it sound persuasive. What do you think, Rena? I'm fine with it because I'm going to win. Here's the thing, Mion. Any sort of game or wager like this has to have a bit of balance. Okay, you want us to take this big risk after we're already the winners, where we could lose our status as winners, where we then have to face an additional punishment, and we lose our reward. You want me to take on an extra risk when, one, I'm already currently enjoying my reward, which means even if I win, I still lost time that I should have already been spending on my reward. Also, I'm taking a lot of risk and effort, again, during time I'm supposed to be enjoying my reward. In addition to that is this. I run the risk of losing my reward and gaining a punishment. And even if I win, I'm having to put in extra work and risk and anxiety to even accomplish it in the first place. What's my incentive? In order to make this worth my while, Mion, I have to have something extra to gain. You're making me lose valuable time that I'm already spending enjoying my reward. I already have a reward that's quite nice. Which means I would have to risk losing my reward and gaining a punishment. But even if I win, which, makes me not go through a punishment and keep my current reward, I'm still losing time I could be spending enjoying this reward. It's not like I get an extra hour here afterward to make up for the time that I'm losing. And even then, even if I win, I still had to work hard for that win. So I had to do extra work. And what? For no pay? And that's not even just the pay for the risk. How are you going to compensate me for losing the time of what I'm already enjoying of my reward? Like the time I'm doing this test or trial or combat or game, I could have been spending that time enjoying the reward that I have already earned. So Mion, in order for me to even consider doing this, what could you possibly sweeten the pot with? What can you offer me, Mion? Obviously, yes. Okay, I win, I avoid the punishment game, and I keep my current reward. But the fact that you're asking me to do this extra thing and take all this risk, what do I stand to gain? What more can you give me? What incentive do I have? What can you give me? What extra good positive thing can you give me? Basically, what additional reward can you give me for doing this? Because that's the only way I'm going to agree to do this, Mion, is if you can... Because I'll tell you this. If you try threatening me into doing this, saying that you'll do some sort of negative if I don't do the shit, then you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm out of the club, because that's just extortion and coercion at that point. And again, it also means that there's no incentive for me, because there's nothing positive or happy for me to look forward to. And at the end of the day, I care more about getting something positive than... Because if it's simply an issue of avoiding something negative, well then that's easily done by just not being in the club. So at the end of the day, the only thing to justify... And again, the club is nice as friends, but again, you're not really my friends at that point if you're not going to be fair when it comes to what I would get out of an additional thing. And by being fair, it means this. If I'm going to take an additional, trial here, well, I need to be getting some kind of overtime pay here beyond, maybe even hazard pay. If you're not willing to be fair, then are you really my friends? And is your club really worth being in? The main point is this. I have to have some sort of positive incentive for me to even think that it's worth it to even stay in the club. If that's the case. Let alone taking this risk. So, Mion, what could you possibly give me that I would find irresistible? What possible prize can you dangle in front of me that would have me drooling? What can you give me that would make this erection harder? I'm taking them home with Rena, I mean, technically, that's... technically, Rena, you are correct. That is an appropriate incentive in terms of a positive, but even I wasn't making the joke go that far. I was just saying, what incentive can you give me? Like, karaoke or something. And you just went straight to, yes, I agree to take on this new task, Mion. And in exchange for that, I get to take the losers home and lock them in my basement. And then Rena will look at me and be like, don't worry, Keiichi, I'll let you take Mion home. I'm gonna take Rika and Satoko home. And then Keiichi would kind of look at Satoko and Rika-chan worryingly, out of concern for, their fates. But then Rena would misinterpret that to be like, oh, you want them too. How about this? We'll both go... Well, I can't go within... Well, there's plenty of room in the Mabura mansion. I'll tell my dad that the art studio, let me and Rena have it. As we just bring in Rika. Though, honestly, the most depraved thing I'm really thinking of right now is I want to do a 4-player co-op campaign of Halo. Or rather, like, a 4-player, like, free-for-all type game. And every time someone, gets shot, dies 3 times in a row or something, or, dies 3 times, they have to switch out. And if you're the loser that round, you have to be giving somebody a back massage. Or something like that. I'm just saying, Like, I was going on this whole spiel about, like, there has to be some sort of incentive. And Rena's, like, the same mindset. She's like, yeah, it's fine. You know what? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this extra trial because my extra reward is I'm taking them home with me. Rena's wanting extra time with them and extra services at home. I'll let you guys decide how depraved you want to think about that, but then again, the main thing I was thinking of is everyone just playing Halo together. But yeah, Rena's like, you know what, yeah. It's like, you know what, if I'm going to do this extra thing, there has to be an incentive. There has to be some extra reward. So, the current reward is that the losers are dressed in cute outfits, having a service at a restaurant. The extra reward we get for taking the risk and extra effort of fighting Tomita, and Okamura is that we then get to take our friends dressed in cute maid costumes home to our house. In the privacy of our homes and bedrooms. Possibly lots of cuddling occurring. Depends on how far we want to go in the ESRB rating. I wonder what kind of costume you'll have to wear. I'm taking all of you home with me. Rena, you need to share. Especially if I'm not allowed to go to your house too. Or what, do I get them the next day? Shishira is motivated. I can see Komeda-kun was ready to fight for the ticket to paradise at Angel Mort. My two underclassmen were also eager to have a chance to fight against the members of the club for the first time. Kyusuke Irie reporting to volunteer for the game too. Yeah. Well, well. Okay. Let's start the game with these members. Rena and Kei-chan, do you have any objections? I don't think you'd take an objection even if I had one. Well, don't you like to make the game interesting? Again, like I said, the only objection is that I have to have some additional reward to be willing to even do this in the first place. Because here's the thing. I already got my reward. I'm not about to do this game to see if I keep my current reward. The only way I'm agreeing to another risk, another game, is if I'm offered an additional reward. Though I guess the reward we've settled on is I get to take you home in this outfit. I'm sure Keiichi Mamoru's parents would be okay with that. Though they might be grandparents by the next day. Ha ha ha. It's now or never if you want to change your mind, Tomiru-san, Okamura-san. Also, what negatives are they having to punish? Like, here's the thing. If I'm willing to take this risk, one, I need an additional reward. Meaning, I get to take Satoko, me and Rena, we get to take Satoko-chan, Rika, and Mion home. But, it also means that these usurpers, these challengers to the throne, Dr. Irie, Komeda-kun, Tomita-kun, and Okamura-kun, they, when they lose, they need to be punished. They need some sort of punishment. It doesn't even necessarily mean outfit thing. But they have to have some sort of punishment. As you already know, you have to undergo the punishment if you lose. Okay. Well, we know that. Okay. Not that I really care about that. But at least they're taking some sort of risk. So one, they lose, they have to take some sort of punishment. And if I win, I have to get some sort of reward. Which is, I'm taking all of you home. Me and Rena are taking you home. We're men too. We've always wanted to fight against you. We've seen the many horrifying punishments we had to suffer. They've seen the many horrifying punishments we've had to suffer, and they still had the courage to join in. I had to admit, they had potential. Kameda, the evil lord of Angel Mort, sneered at the two. Ha ha ha. I never thought I'd have the chance to fight against Yuke-san. I'm going to fight fair and square this time. I didn't expect you to fight here at Angel Mort either. I'm pretty sure you'll be even tougher to defeat than in the baseball game. Coach Irie? The Count of Maids laughed like he was afraid of nothing. Well, I'll show you how serious an adult can be. And today here at Angel Mort, I'm going to have a harem that is for me alone. Ha 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 ha. It was then Rena stabbed him. I won't let any of you win. How? Alright, can I be tied with Rena again? Alright, I'm ready. I can't keep complaining. Mion, what kind of game are we playing? Hehehe. That's the spirit. Make way, everybody. Waitress, please bring it over. In the kitchen, are we having a eating competition? The girl waitresses are staying by with desserts on trays. It looks like the game is going to be either a speed eating or a competitive eating contest. Manager, are you sure we can do this? Yeah, go ahead, bring them the desserts. The more interesting, the better. I want this event to be as exciting as possible. The waitresses checked with their manager and started bringing in the desserts. The two of the underclassmen, Kanekun, Coach, Ren, and I sat at the table together. A horrific amount of desserts was brought before us. I wanted to enjoy watching the cute waitresses place the desserts on the table. Right now, I was in a fighting mood. I had no time for that. The audience surrounding our table seemed to have grown excited too. I bet it didn't even cross their minds that they would see a serious battle at Angel Mort today, but they didn't care. As long as it's fun to watch. Listen up! This is a competitive eating contest. Whoever eats the most within the time limit wins. How are we keeping track of that, though? We already know how heavy each dessert is, so we will calculate total weight of the desserts. We wait after the game is over. Whoever ate the most weight will win. When the words competitive eating came out, Kameda-kun smiled evilly. Damn it, Kameda-kun had the advantage. Mion-san, can you count the two of us as one person? Because we always fight together? Yeah, that's fine. Since you're always together, I'll permit it. Damn it, having two stomachs for competitive eating contests was an absolute advantage too. What about you, Rena? I'm sure a competitive eating contest is a bit of a hard game for a girl. No worries, if it means I can take these adorable girls home with me, I'd even swallow a table. Again, I'm just like imagining, very horny, erect Futa Mion and Futa Rena. But yeah, so our extra reward is we get to take all the losers home. Does that include? I can just take Mion home. Rena, you can take Rika and Satoko home. I'll just take Mion. I underestimated her. Rena can overcome physical impossibilities once she goes into cute mode. She might even be able to eat food that's heavier than herself. Coach, what about you? Are you good at competitive eating? Barbara-san, as long as there's a maid in a condition that I need to meet in order to get to her, nothing is impossible to me. I can see a black aura surrounding him, which I found very intimidating. The glint from the eyes that shone from behind his lenses was sharp enough to pierce an iron board. Damn it, he was in maid mode, which was equally as strong as Rena's cute mode. Shit, I was the only one without any advantages. Are you ready? Set. Go! I wasn't ready emotionally, but Mion started the game without hesitation. Damn it, there was no turning back. I had to do this. There were many kinds of desserts before us. Some were easy to eat, and some were not. So I had to get the desserts that are easiest to eat before anybody got it. What about the yogurt parfait? But of course, everybody seemed to be thinking the same thing. Everybody reached out for the same dessert. As fast as they could. A white light flashed in front of our eyes and the parfait disappeared. My hands clashed with the others in midair. Ha ha ha, you're too slow. I got it first. How? Rena took the parfait. She was literally as fast as lightning. Damn it, I knew it. There was no way I could beat Rena in the opening move. Rena took the parfait like a frog, catching a fly with its tongue, and swallowed it in a single gulp. She did all that in seconds. She's usually gentle and calm, but she's a totally different person right now. It's terrifying. I now understand why people say women always have room for dessert. But in the special environment Angel Mort, Komeru was not far behind Rena. He grabbed a fruit parfait and swallowed as if drinking beer from a mug. It looked very dynamic. Burp. K-Sen, you're wasting your time. You don't even have a 1% chance to beat me in an Angel Mort battle. Just watch me. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun looked at the extraordinary techniques Rena and Komeru-kun are displaying, but they seemed to be very calm. They knew their advantage. As long as they kept a steady pace, they could eat more and more and eat faster than anybody else, because there are two of them. Rena and Komeru were eating very fast, but they might slow down in the middle, so this was going to be an unpredictable race. Son of a bitch, I won't lose this game. I shoved my dessert in my mouth and kept eating, I just kept eating. Ow, ow, ow. Damn, my mouth got extremely cold when I swallowed a ball of ice cream. How could the others do this so easily? There's an idea. I should melt it first. I could use some kind of heat to melt it first and then drink it down. Plus, it would also be easier for my stomach to take it when it's not so cold. But how should I melt it? It would take too long to use my body heat, and I never have a source of heat with me. Waitress, can I order something? I'd like to have hot coffee. Could you bring it to me in a pot instead of a cup? Coach. Mabura-san, you're too slow. I also got the idea to melt it with heat. No, damn it. He was one step ahead of me. I could order hot coffee too, but I'd still be one step behind him. I'd have to come up with something to melt the ice cream faster than hot coffee. Bring me boiling coffee! Calm down, Mabura Kichi. Think. Think hard. Why are our words purple? Keiichi-kun held his head, screams that line, and bent his neck backwards and then died. When he gets like this, he also speaks everything that's on his mind. It's also very fun to listen to. But I had to concentrate. I needed to win this game. Oh, this is Rena's point of view. That's why it's purple. I was going to keep eating as much as I can and take all the adorable girls home with me. Ha. I was having so much fun. I was so thrilled that I felt like my heart was about to burst. I might have been acting totally uncute, but I didn't care, exactly because I was having so much fun. Mi-chan always comes up with such extraordinary games. Satoko-chan loves to play pranks. Rika-chan is very sneaky, but it's impossible to hate her. And Keiichi-kun is always so funny. I enjoy every day. I wish I could express how much I really do enjoy them, better than by saying how happy I am. Sometimes I even feel anxious because I enjoy every day so much. There is as much misfortune and pain as there is happiness and pleasure in this world, and I know very well that they all come to you regardless of how hard you try. You'll have happy days regardless of how hard you try. You'll have unhappy days regardless of how hard you try. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to try hard. I can try to make my happy days even happier and last longer. In the same way, I can try to make my unhappy days happier and end faster. I struggle very hard to achieve that. That's why I'm going to enjoy the happy days I have now as much as I can. I must not take them for granted because they won't last forever. They won't. One day, all of a sudden, these happy days will come to an end. I know it. That's why I was trying to enjoy the happiness I received today so that I wouldn't regret it, even if the world ended tomorrow. I noticed my hands stopped moving while I was thinking about these things. When spending time with my friends, I feel so happy that my heart might burst. I even love doing the punishments. They're fun for me. I have friends. I have a place where I fit in. I have time in which to be myself. I have a me that I love. I love everybody. I love Mi-chan, Satoko-chan, Rika-chan, and Keiichi-kun. I love everybody in my class, and everybody in Okonomiya. Oh, Rena stopped eating. I guess she went too fast in the beginning. Oh, Komuro, this is our chance. We can defeat Ryugu-san. All of you are just wasting your time. You think you defeat me at Angel Mort? You're too naive. Rena-san, come on. I'll never forgive you let Coach win. Haha, I'm not going to let anybody win. I can even swallow the Pacific Ocean if you ask me to. What's wrong, Rena? Are you getting full? I guess you just have to watch my come from behind victory now. Am I right, everybody? Everyone? Yeah. Rena, what's wrong? I had left the table. Excuse me. I have to go to the bathroom. I was just so happy. I didn't care who won or lost this match. Of course, it's more fun when I go crazy to try to win, of course. But I could never be happier than this. If I could seal this happiness in a piece of crystal, I'd carry it around with me in my pocket. I'd use it as heat to ward off the cold of hard days that are certain to come to me. I know they will. You're not truly happy when you feel happiness. When you're bored with happy days and don't even realize that you're happy, that's when you've achieved true happiness. You only feel true happiness when you're in a freezing cold environment. That's the only time your heart can feel the warmth of even a small happiness. On my way to the bathroom, I saw a waitress and a customer arguing at the register. The customer was a woman. The waitress was trying to explain the lady needed a ticket to get a seat because the restaurant was holding an event today, but the lady, saying she didn't know, was still trying to get a seat. After a while, the store manager was called and started apologizing to the lady. It's your fault. How many of you have watched the anime? If you have, you know what to expect. You should have put a note outside that said we needed a ticket to come in or something. How do you expect me to know when there's no mention of it? The lady's eyes met mine. I guessed who it might be when I heard the voice, so I was prepared. Oh, Raina-chan. I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, hello. Ha ha ha, what a coincidence. I held up my hand for a high five. She gave me one. Listen, Raina-chan. They're so mean. They're saying that I can't get a seat because I don't have a ticket. Ha ha, it seems that way. Well, I can't do anything about it, can I? I can still buy some cakes to take home, yeah? Yes, of course. You can choose anything you want from our selection. The store manager gave her a fake smile and led her to their showcase. I like this cute one. I think he likes simple ones like shortcakes. Hey, Raina-chan, what would you like? What, me? Are you buying me one? How? Ha, you really like cakes, huh? You can get whatever you like. Then, I don't know, ha ha ha. I'll take a shortcake as well. Really? There's so many other cute ones, ha ha. Everything looks so good, but shortcakes look the best. How? Okay, give me 2 shortcakes and 1 petite trianon. We're taking them home. She imitated the smile I usually made. I replied with the same big smile. Then I smelled the strong scent of her perfume, and it made me sneeze. Oh, are you sick? Renaissance perfume and I never seem to get along. Perfume and shortcakes. Meet with someone unpleasant.